Welcome, friends, to this very special episode of the Nexus IT podcast. I'm your host, Earl, and today we're going to dive into a journey that's nothing short of remarkable. Nexus IT, our beloved company, is on the brink of a monumental milestone, our 25th year in existence. We can't contain our excitement, and we're here to celebrate in style. Today, we've got a captivating story to share, one that's woven together by hard work, dedication, and the camaraderie of our incredible team members who make up Team Nexus. From its humble beginnings to the thriving tech powerhouse it is today, Nexus IT has charted an awe-inspiring journey. To commemorate this momentous occasion, we're bringing you an unforgettable podcast episode. We're inviting our fantastic team members to join us in reminiscing about the past 25 years, the highs, the lows, and all those unforgettable moments that have shaped Nexus IT into what it is today. Join us on this journey of 25 years.
What were some of the challenges or unique experiences you remember from the early years of Nexus IT?
Oh, wow, that's a complex, loaded question. There's a lot there.
Yes,
25 years of history. I think some of the earliest challenges for us, first and foremost, just dealt with being young, a young founding team and literally having no business experience before. I was 23, my brother was 25. Honestly, we had no idea what we were doing, starting up a tech business. So early challenges were just a matter of, a lack of knowledge and experience. And our journey has been one of, of significant learning over 25 years of understanding what our blind spots are, figuring out what we don't know, and teaching ourselves that information, finding the right resources, right? But there's been many different challenges in our path along the way. We established Nexus IT during the dot-com boom, had to ride through the dot-com bust a couple of years later. We've now gone through multiple different economic downturns, 2008, 2009 sort of crisis, 2012, COVID. Now, of course, whatever's happening in the market right now, that's just, uncertain economic times. And those moments, as well as other significant inflection moments, in history, have caused the market to shift, market demand, the needs of businesses when it comes to technology, to cybersecurity, the needs of people that you employ, have changed significantly, and every single one of those things present, some sort of obstacle that you've got a puzzle, right, that you have to figure out. I would say that's one of the defining characteristics of Nexus IT is our commitment to be ever evolving and changing with the landscape, right? And I believe that's a big part of our success. It's a big part of why we continue to attract the right type of clients and the right type of people to join the organization. Because the market changes, and particularly when it comes to technology, it changes at a really rapid pace. Our team has become really great at leaning into change, leaning into evolution and growth and innovation, and constantly keeping a tight understanding of what our clients' needs are, what our employee needs are, how those are shifting and changing, and then reinventing ourselves as an organization to better address those and add value. And I think that's, really been one of the keys to 25 years of solid success and growth year after year after year.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I think that we are a very forward-thinking company, and I think that's what attracts a lot of people to work here.
Yeah.
And also our clients, it attracts our clients because they know that we will always be continuing to work towards the future and make things better for them.
Yeah,
so
I appreciate
I think
that.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
We're celebrating 25 years, right? In another 25, we'll be celebrating 50. If you could leave a message, advice, wisdom, whatever it might be, for the team members working at Nexus IT in 25 years, what would that be?
Don't forget where you came from. The Nexus team is one that has constantly evolved and graduated, has dealt with new and different challenges every year. And, 25 and 50 years, there's been, just in the last 5 years, there's been huge changes in Nexus.
Massive, yeah.
And, who can say what, between year 40 and 45 and 45 and 50 is going to look like. But yeah, don't forget where you come from. As a company, we're not one of these massive conglomerates at the moment. We're not, some, odd, nameless, faceless global company. We're regular people doing our IT work the best we can and delivering, the most exceptional services we can do on a personal level. Yeah, don't forget where you come from.
That's awesome. I love it. Nexus IT literally has been built on the back of giants who have been willing to get in the trenches and tackle the difficult things, right? And every year there's new things that come along, market shifts, employee shifts, just things that change, new challenges because we're leveling up, right? We're a different organization. We're larger. We're addressing bigger problems for bigger clients, right? Mm-hmm. And it means that we constantly are learning. I love that. Don't forget about our grassroots, bootstrapped, gritty beginnings, and that work ethic that it takes to get there, because that's what will continue to make this organization successful now and 25 years in the future.
Yep.
Great advice, Adam. This industry is so much different than it was even 3 years ago or 5 years ago, right? What do you feel like our role is going to be, in another 10 years, 20, 25 years down the road?
So we keep hearing different market shakeups that, could cause, the way we do IT to change forever, and we will no longer be relevant, whether it's, when machine learning was beginning or now with AI and where that's going. What the element that will always be needed is, do you have people you can trust that you can lean on that can help guide you through the journey? Whether it's AI and we're using AI to move the business forward or our clients forward, or security or compliance or whatever it may be, being that trusted resource to help someone who's learning, living in it every day, and can help guide you down the path, that's never going to change. And so, a lot of people are worried about AI taking over. It'll take over if you're not prepared. It'll take over if you don't adapt with it. But for what we do, we will always be that trusted resource. We will be that person to hold our clients' hands and take them on the journey so we can win together.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. What makes Nexus IT's work culture unique and different from other places that you've worked?
Well, I hate to harp on this again, but it's the team. It's just insane how wonderful it is to be part of such a team. Every time I just get overworked, at previous jobs, I'd get overworked, and that's just on me. That's my burden to bear. Here at Nexus, it's what can I do to help you out? Who has openings, who can take tickets, who can take issues, so that we can just spread it out and then get everything done.
Yeah.
Because a big part of what kind of stops a lot of tickets and work flow is just feeling that burden, feeling that overwork burden, and it just stresses people out, stops things in motion. But the team comes together, picks pieces apart, just so it can all circle back to a completed issue, a completed ticket, client happiness. I mean, I can't stress it enough.
Yeah.
It's just so wonderful to be part of such a wonderful team experience.
That's fantastic. Ultimately, as you mentioned, the core focus being our client success.
Absolutely.
And how do we deliver on that? Sometimes that is divvying up the workload, right? Divvying up the workload so that each team member has the right experience, isn't burning out. At the same time, we get an extraordinary amount of work done around here. Like nobody's nobody's freeloading around Nexus. We're
No.
working hard all day, every day, getting meaningful work done for our clients, and doing it in an environment that's meaningful for a team.
In the past, I've worked for a different MSP, and I've worked internal IT. And there's many differences just between different MSPs, but I mean the biggest differences are between working internally as the IT guy for a company that does something completely different, and doing IT for a variety of different industries and such. I think the biggest difference just within the MSP world is the fact that we are, for the most part, together in the same office space. We get to interact with each other on a daily basis. It gives us so much more opportunity for cross collaboration between our different teams. The sales team, though they do something completely different from what we do on a technical level every day, we interact with them frequently. There's not this weird barrier between I'm a sales guy and I'm a technical person. We don't have that sort of separation.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing.
Yeah, I really like that. That you've highlighted the level of collaboration, the spirit of collaboration that exists throughout the culture at Nexus IT. Certainly, cross team and cross function. It's really common for functions to become siloed, and I think that's one of the things we're very mindful to do different here. Of course, the success of what a sales team sells ultimately, flows to your team and then into client services delivery, and having a cohesive, collaborative process there is super important, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if they don't know who we are, then they're only selling what's on the paper in front of them.
Yeah.
But we're not just a bunch of robots fixing issues. We're people, and so when the sales team knows who the people are, they're better able to sell that company and that experience and the service.
Fantastic. Super cool.
Are there any traditions or rituals within Nexus IT that you look forward to or hold dear?
Yeah. I think my favorite tradition, first of all, in general, our quarterly retreats that we hold as a team, the opportunity to just hang out in a casual sort of format, leave the office stuff behind. But in particular, I really enjoy our annual fall barbecue that we do. And I like it because it's for families, it's for friends, it's for loved ones, not just the team. And so having the opportunity to interact and meet everybody's, life partners and children where applicable. And, sometimes it's a friend they bring or a couple of friends they bring, right? It's just, it's a lot of fun to connect with our team on a level that's different than the day-to-day office interactions, and to connect more with the personal side of who they are and their families and all that kind of stuff. I really enjoy those annual barbecues, which we have coming up here in a few weeks. So I'm excited about that. For me, I think that's my favorite tradition is the annual barbecue where we bring everybody out with along with their loved ones.
Yeah, I enjoy that one as well because you do get to meet everyone else's significant others and families, which they're with the other half of the time, other than work. So yeah, but I do look forward to that. And this one will be a special one because we're celebrating our 25th anniversary. So
Yes, it will.
that's going to be a big one for everybody. So looking forward to that.
The fun side of doing business, there's always funny little quirky things that pop up in the office, right? Every company, I think, has some humorous stories. Is there one that pops to your mind and, that you can share with everybody?
Yeah, so I'll share one. So we're IT people. We're nerdy. And a lot of times we will do late night jobs. So we'll be out working on, a network or something, and it takes us late into the evening. And a few years ago, we were working really late on a migration, and it was probably 2 a.m. So, by the time you're 3 or 4 Red Bulls in, and your brain starts firing, the synapses aren't quite firing correctly. And someone played Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks, fantastic song. Well, I don't know if it was because we didn't know the lyrics or it was because it was so late, but instead of thinking it was a white-winged dove. We thought it was a one-winged dove.
A one-winged dove.
And so we were going around the office singing, just like a one-winged dove. It's fantastic. And so now that's like a living legend in the office to be a one-winged dove.
The one-winged dove, you know?
So we got to get a logo for that one.
That's fantastic.
My first day, I come in and they tried to, I didn't fall for it, but they tried to hand me my brand new MacBook. And it was like our standard Windows Lenovo device with just a sticker smacked on it and a Mac charger sitting on top. And then funny enough, like you open up the device and they put like an M1 chip as a sticker in there, which is even funnier 'cause Macs don't put like Intel chips anywhere. Like they don't have the stickers.
Right.
So that was just like day one, someone handed me this and I'm like, okay, I can get along with these people. This will be great.
I did not know about that.
Yeah,
That's
I
pretty
don't
funny.
know who put that all together, but yeah, like the Mac charger and everything. The charger was like the cherry on top of trying to convince me.
I wonder who did that. That's hilarious.
I don't know if that was a Dusty Greenchild.
Yeah,
Not
Dusty
sure.
or Diogo maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's funny.
Could you share a milestone or accomplishment that you're particularly proud of during the 25 years of Nexus IT?
Yeah, very cool. You know, there's been so many really great things that the team has done together, right? That the organization has done. I think for me, the greatest accomplishments have been in recent years, and maybe that's because I have a bad memory, but we've really hit our stride, you know, over the past 8 or 10 years, and the team's commitment to absolute excellence all the time and to delivering significant value to clients has been recognized many times in recent years. You know, this year alone with our Inc. 5000, you know, being second year in a row on the Inc. 5000 fast growth list, being on the Utah Fast 50 growth list, consistently landing on the CRN MSP 500 and Pioneer 250 lists, best of city, best of state, you know, cool accolades from the Salt Lake Chamber and other things like that. I think those are, you know, they're not necessarily defining moments, but they're the manifestation of defining moments. They are the manifestation of a team that is relentless in continually figuring out ways to evolve, to adapt, to improve upon who we are as an organization, how we do business, and how we solve problems for our clients, and ultimately, you know, how we create a really great work environment where people can do the best work of their career. So for me, I think those are, you know, kind of the most standout sort of milestones. Certainly, we could talk about acquisitions, and we could talk about you know, some of the other cool anniversaries, like our 20-year anniversary and our 10-year anniversary, some of the, you know, significant traction we've had in the market and market penetration, you know, here in Utah and beyond. But ultimately, for me, it comes down to the team winning together with some recognition that's well-deserved for the day-to-day efforts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does the future hold for Nexus IT? What are the aspirations, and where do you think we're going?
So one of the hallmarks of our business is that we're always changing. You know, if you look back 25 years ago when the company was started, I mean, it wasn't what we're doing today.
Yeah.
And what we're doing today is not what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And for some people that can be daunting, but I think that's the most exciting thing about what we do, is it's not an everyday thing that we come in and it's, you know, A plus B always equals C. Sometimes it's A plus R, and we didn't even know R existed, and we get to figure out R. Or we know R is coming, and how do we change the company to get there? And so just in our DNA, we are a company that's willing to iterate, to learn, to grow, to change, and to take that bull by the horns and be excited about it. It's not something we fear. It's not something we're running away from. It's something we head face on. And, you know, sometimes we'll miss a little bit. And that's okay. That's the journey of it. but we will learn and grow from that and then become a better company for it.
Yeah.